There's the new Kamala. 107 days is my candid personal account of the shortest presidential campaign in modern history. Over the next few months, I will travel our country to share behind the scenes moments and lessons learned and how we keep moving forward together. I'll see you there. I can't believe, dude, this morning I was listening to the New York Times Daily report on Laura Loomer, and it was a roller coaster of emotions for me because they just kept talking about Laura Loomer like she was a journalist, okay, and not a hateful monster who unfortunately is considered a legitimate advisor because of how devastatingly bad American politics is in our day and age. And I could not, they just kept saying she was a journalist with a penchant for gotcha moments. I'm like, she's not a journalist, man. She's been banned off of every application. She literally got banned off of Uber, Postmates, Uber Eats, she got banned off the goddamn weather app. She's an insane person, like genuinely an insane person. And now she got Trump's ear. And she's like actually dictating policy. She went from chaining herself to the Twitter headquarters because she got banned off Twitter to literally commanding the Trump administration. We are ruled by monsters. Why did I talk about Laura Loomer in the process of talking about Kamala Harris? Because one of the interesting moments there was like after she got banned off of every application and everyone was like, you're a fucking racist monster, please leave us. What did she do? She ran for office, okay? Unsuccessfully twice. That was enough for her to revitalize her media career and get into Trump's ear. And that's what I mean. I feel like people now run for office for clout, dude. Like it's gotten to a point where people are just running for office for clout. Like Kamala Harris right now, as one of the supposed leaders of the Democratic Party, she's supposed to be a voice, okay? She's supposed to be a voice for the people. She's supposed to be a voice for the counterbalance against growing fascism in this country. She literally was running for president, okay? That's what it's supposed to be under normal circumstances, but she's not, and everyone knows she's not. And this kind of shit pisses me off because this very clearly shows that she's just trying to sell a book. She doesn't give a fuck about nothing, dude. Nothing at all. She's just trying to sell a book. She hasn't said a damn thing since Donald Trump won. And now she's going on tour to sell a fucking book. It blows my mind how transparent this is. Like, even when you're running for office, the highest office in the land, as the leader of the Democratic Party, you just discard this unique moment, this unique opportunity where you command the attention of tens of millions of people, and you just kind of throw that away and you don't do anything with it. You just have no ambitions whatsoever to change this country for the better. Oh my Lord. And it's crazy because like she's not even presenting herself as someone who even gives a shit. Like she's not even trying to aesthetically make it seem as though she cares. All of these things show all of these movements, her lack of interest in saying something. And then on top of that, the moments where she does say something, at the best of selling a book, shows me that she doesn't give a fuck about anything.
And now, it is my honor
to now announce
Kamala Harris.
Hey, Philly!
You've written a book,
Yes.
107 days.
It's good to be home.
Shortest presidential campaign of all time.
Live from New York and Philly!
What do you want people to take from the story that you have to tell of those 107 days?
Like, people should be treating Kamala Harris with disdain for having an opportunity to change the trajectory of a dying party as a relatively younger figurehead in a positive direction, to basically shed the dead weight. I know that was never going to happen, chatters. So don't yell at me for saying this. I'm simply explaining this from the position of like what kind of power she had here, what kind of a unique opportunity she had here. Voters weren't even punishing her for the negative real wage growth that they experienced under the Biden administration. Like the amount of goodwill that was ready to go for a fresh face, a new face. All she had to do was say, yeah, no more old folks. This Joe Biden stuff is not going to work. It's not working. We got to move in a different direction. No, the direction was more of the same. I love Joe Biden. I want to hug and kiss Joe Biden. I love the Republicans. I want to hug and kiss the Republicans. Billions of dollars of fundraising. just handed over the keys to a goddamn incompetent fascist, man. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. And I keep repeating this over and over again, as I did while the campaign was taking place. And liberals never forgave me for being correct too early. Like, she's literally trying to sell a book, man. That's it. That's the only time. The only time she's out. She's out after 8 months of this incompetent fascist administration that she lost to, and she's going on tour to sell a book. Are you kidding me? Every single time she goes out in public, there's gonna be mad people protesting. Does she not realize that? I make fun of Jill Stein a lot, but this is like a very Jill Stein moment from a Democrat, you know? This is the most Jill Stein coded, like Hillary Clinton did more after, you know what I mean? She probably shouldn't have, but goddamn. This is crazy. Where's Michigan? Bro, she's still avoiding Michigan, okay? Ironically enough. Why is she going to London? I don't know. British people know how to read as well. That's probably why. Like, in the simplest terms, by the way, look at how much money China has generated and spent internally to develop their own country, okay? As opposed to how much money America has generated in that same time frame. Let's look at the last 30 years. Look at where China has gone in the last 30 years. Look at where America has gone in the last 30 years. You will understand what endless militarism does. Record high profits for the wealthiest people. Make no mistake. I mean, look, we got like what, 90 billionaires in the 90s? Now we got 900. So obviously someone's doing great. It's just not you. You're not doing great. That's it. That's it. It's so fucking frustrating. That's why when I show you like the veteran rate exploding, I'm like, this is not simply to say like these guys are all bad, they're monsters or whatever, okay? This is to show you that the American government does not give a fuck, okay? They do not care. They do not care about the civilians. They do not care about the military. Don't ever, even for a brief moment, get duped by the propaganda, the idea that like America cares about its own citizens. They do not. I have DACA and family members that are undocumented, and I live in constant anxiety. I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop. Like, this is fucking insane. I have to stop myself from watching too much politics because I get anxiety attacks. I also live near DC, so I'm always anxious. I fucking hate it here. I'm sorry to hear that. Things are going to get better, I promise, eventually. If not now, in the near future. I don't think so, fam. Why do you believe that? There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do but hope. What do you mean? We will keep pushing, okay? We will keep pushing. I still, at the end of the day, believe in the good nature of man, okay? I don't want to entertain the idea that like everyone is fucking evil. I still believe that people can be convinced, people can change their minds, people can become active, radical elements in society that will help you and your neighbors. That's it. I am living proof of this, and this community is a living, breathing, existing proof of this as well. There are plenty of people who went from, watching Ben Shapiro videos to becoming community organizers, becoming labor organizers, becoming activists, people who run for office and won. People from this community, working on campaigns like Zohran Mamdani's campaign is comprised almost entirely of fucking HasanAbi heads. So, it's you just got to keep doing. You just got to keep pushing no matter what. And before you know it, you will build something out of it. You will hopefully leave a better tomorrow for the next generation. And the one after that. There's no admitting defeat, no matter how dire things get. You have to remind yourself of that. And you have to also remind yourself of like victories that you take in the process, no matter how marginal it is, right? That's why I always stress the importance of like community organizing. That's why I always stress the importance of like direct action that you take, going to protests, going to rallies, going to DSA meetings, going to PSL meetings. The reason why I say that is because when you're there, you are reminded that there are so many other people who feel the exact same way that you do. Maybe many more that just don't have the tools to communicate exactly what their anxieties and their frustrations are, but they're right there. So it's up to all of us to show them. It's up to all of us to basically show them that, no, you're not in the wrong for feeling this way. When you see something that just smells weird to you and you're like, I don't really fuck with this, you're supposed to pull them out of that stupor. Okay? You cannot buy the revolution. You cannot make the revolution. You can only be the revolution. It is in your spirit or it is nowhere. Ursula Le Guin. There's also a great feeling there too. Like I said this already. Solidarity is an expression of love. It's the closest that you feel, like the warmness that you feel being surrounded by people who are like-minded, who are good people, who just actively want to change these horrible systems, who want to do right by others. Okay, there's a lot of optimism there. Zoran is a great example of this. Like you can use that as a jump off point. And that's why I always try to stamp out pessimists.